Hi, my name is Julia and I am going to take you through my instruction planner for online learning. So this is for high school chemistry and my students are learning about organic chemistry. They've just started the topic and previously they've been learning about energetics. So they have an awareness of some organic molecules like alcohols, alkanes and their chemical behavior. So what are we focusing on? So students really need to understand the relationship between form and function. How does the structure of the chemical relate to its chemical behavior? They also need to have an awareness of certain definitions and key ideas related to organic chemistry, such as homologous series, organic molecule classes, functional groups, and also be able to communicate the significance of organic chemistry on Earth. This led me to create two conceptual questions. The first one is, how does structural form influence characteristics and uses of organic substances? And the second one is about the significance of organic chemistry. My evidence of learning is written in I can statements, and I've also included the specific tasks that students are going to do related to those things that I'd like them to be able to do. And these are aligned to the conceptual questions and also the learning outcomes. Over here I have my digital tools, and this is helpful for students that I share this with so that they can find all of the resources that they need to use during their learning experiences over the week. If we go down to the learning experiences, how I've organised them early in the week, midweek and end of the week, to start with, my focus is on surface learning. So what are the key ideas? What do students already know about them? And how can I move them forward in terms of understanding what homologous series are, class, functional group are, as well as the relationship between the form of an organic molecule and its function. Midweek is where students are moving more towards the deeper levels of learning. I want them to evidence what they know more thoroughly, so I'm going to be using the SAY strategy, and I've got a link for them here so they can find the templates. I'm going to do some direct instruction where I talk to students about the examples of some organic molecules, their uses, their behavior in nature, and I'll use Google Meets or Zoom to do that. Once I feel that students have a better grasp of the individual ideas, I'm going to model how we would transfer these ideas or how we would put them together in relationship, and we're going to look at plastics. So this is going to be my first context, and we're going to consider how the structure of these molecules, the monomers and the polymers, how does this relate to their properties and the way that we can use them? Second context that we're going to look at in the middle of the week is Estes. So students are going to do this on their own. They're going to use a graphic organizer that they've been filling out already in the first context. So how do the structures of Esters relate to their uses in flavorings and also in perfumes? Towards the end of the week, I would like students to transfer this understanding to another context. So we are going to look at some medicinal molecules. We're going to look at 3 opioid molecules, morphine, diamorphine, and codeine, and how their structures, although very similar, differ slightly in how these slight differences relate to the impact on the body. Because their learning needs to happen in a real-world context, this is an opportunity for students to consider the impact of these, the use of these molecules. So we're looking at the social impact of the use of opioids in medicine, and they'll bring their understanding of organic chemistry in order to do this. Right at the end of the week, to bookend their learning, I would like them to fill out a self-reflection. So I'm going to use the Learning Transfer Student Self-Assessment, and this is a really great tool for students to really consider how deep their learning has been, to what extent are they able to transfer their learning? And it's a great way for them to just reflect on their learning overall from the week. So I hope that's been helpful in explaining how I've created this template for my students. There are many more resources for you to explore at ed2savetheworld.com. So have fun.